So about 4 years ago, there was this trend on TikTok going around called No Nuance Remember, and I decided to make a video about Melanie Martinez, and I thought, well, maybe for a YouTube video 4 years later, it's now January 2026, I could do a video like talking about like analyzing like all the confessions I made on that video, and like, you know, it's been 4 years, like my perspective on stuff has changed on these. Well, I mean, my opinions on this has not changed, but like some of like my understanding of the topics has changed in a way. So yeah, keep in mind I'm 25 now. I was 21 when I made the video, so I was in my early 20s, so I wasn't a child at the time. So but there wasn't really like Melanie is pretty or like really basic, like it's more adult and complex. So if you're a younger viewer, like I recommend having an adult watch this video with you so they can like discuss some of the topics, because yeah, like I'm not sure how much a younger fan would understand some of these matters, if you know what I mean.
No Nuance Remember! Melanie Martinez edition! The Crybaby fandom should start our own record label and modeling and acting agency.
I 100% agree with this take. Like, we should start our own record label and acting and modeling agency. Like, absolutely. Absolutely. We would know how to, we worked our bums off on Stan Twitter to promote the music. But, like, we would definitely be good at running a record label if any adult crybabies want to take that on for us. Like, there's probably a lot of people in the fandom who want to be actors or musicians or singers or whatever. Like, I'm sure it can be done. We have the skills for it to run a record label. And then, well, there's gonna be another take later on where I explain, like, maybe Melanie would join the record label.
Melanie and Tice have horrible taste in music.
100% true. Like, that is 110% true. Like, good take. Good take. They have horrible taste in music. Like, how are you online saying Melanie is in the poopy diaper era when you're still in your Taylor Swift BTS era and you don't even really like them? You only like them because some, corporate entity told you that liking them would be cool, and yeah, like, how are you gonna be going online and trying to hate on Melanie when your music taste is gross? Like, you wouldn't understand Melanie's music if all you listen to is Taylor Swift and other corporate pop artists, like, missing out the music for you. Like, you really shouldn't be trying to comment on it when your music taste needs a lot of work. He's literally one of the only genuine celebrities we even have left. Like, they don't rely on backup dancers, overpriced merch, or half-naked outfits to, like, be successful. Like, they put in the effort hard. They work hard to make the music happen. Like, the reason why we wait, like, 4 years between an album is because they're not paying us to do all the work just to pump out an album every year. They're putting in the effort, writing their own music, producing their own videos. Like, they've done everything except for one thing I want to touch on later. Like, they've done literally everything. They're not just doing it for money or fame. They're doing it because this is what they love doing. This is their passion. Like, they love doing music. So that's, you know what I mean? Like, you can tell Melanie puts effort into their work, and if you can't understand that, then you probably have horrible music taste. You definitely have horrible music taste. Like, you definitely do. Like, come on. Like, just don't comment on Melanie's music if you all you listen to is BTS and Taylor Swift and artists who just did it for the fame.
Melanie needs to leave Atlantic Records.
Oh yes. Oh yes. There is a reason we call it Fat Atlantic Records. There is a reason we call it Fat Atlantic Records. Like, treatment of Melanie is not good. Like, Mel, you could do better being an independent artist. Like, having, like, the record label ain't gonna do it for you. Like, they just want the money. How is this the same record label that, like, a bunch of older artists have been on? How is this, like, Mel, you can do way better than Bad Atlantic. Like, I'm sure independent artists, you can have all the control over your music and stuff. Like, please leave Atlantic Records immediately, Melanie. After your album comes out, like, go, run for your life from that record label. Start your own, I don't know. We said, hey, we should start our own record label. Yeah, like, that's kind of why I said we should start our own record label, because Fat Atlantic is not gonna take care of Melanie well. They're not gonna, you know what I mean?
Melanie could totally be a model, but a lot of big modeling agencies will not take her because she isn't a tall white blonde.
I've touched on this in a few videos on my More Miss Carlie channel.
Unfortunately, Melanie is unlikely to ever become a model at all, as much as we all think they could become one. The modeling world is very cutthroat, and a lot of major industries such as IMG or Wilhelmina won't even give Melanie a chance, but due to their tattoos, teeth, and the fact they don't even fit the strict beauty standard. The industry has slowly changed over time, but still mostly white skinny blondes.
But Melanie absolutely could be an amazing model. Like, I could really honestly imagine how, you know what I mean? Like, I could really imagine the kind of model that would be, but unfortunately I know that reality of there is going to be much modeling opportunities for Melanie because of how the industry is. Like, there has been slowly some change in that industry, but, like, historically they've only ever wanted, like, this one beauty standard, and Melanie doesn't fit this. Like, they're not skinny or blonde or white. Like, you basically, like, I mean, the change is slow, but, like, you basically don't get much if you don't fit the beauty standard. Unfortunately, Melanie does not fit the beauty standard. Like, do not think I'm an anti for this. Please don't think I'm anti for this. Like, but they wouldn't really make it as a model, and not because of how their talents or abilities. Like, because I know Melanie could easily become a model. Like, easily. Like they just need that one person to believe and, like, to give them this fighting chance to become a model. But how the industry is that's never happened. Like, that's never happened before. Like, honestly, if the industry was, like, more inclusive, they could have done stuff 10 years ago for Crybaby era, during Crybaby era, if things are more inclusive and they need for, like exposure. Like, it could have easily been done. A lot of singers have modeled before, even if it's not their main career thingy. There's been plenty of singers who've done modeling jobs. Why couldn't Melanie be one of them? They've been in the industry, like, long enough. Holy why has it not happened? We've seen Melanie do everything else except this one thing. Please. I just want to see them model if they're interested. What if we see them give them a chance? Like, if Melanie ever says they want to be a model one day, please give them the chance. Like, I'm begging you. I'm literally begging you. You know I'm not mincing my words on this. You know I'm not mincing my words, but like I've said in the TikTok, IMG or Wilhelmina, the big agencies, would probably not even take them or give them a chance. I don't think they're ever going to be a model for Target or, like, some mainstream brand. Like, come on. Maybe some alt brand is going to see the potential and be like, oh yeah, Melanie would totally be a good model for us. Like, I'm sure there's some things they could do if they were interested one day. Like, just give them the chance if they say they want to. That's my one wish as a fan, is to see them model one day if they're interested. There's probably something out there for them. Someone just has to give them the chance. Literally, that's all it takes. In fact, I have to tell younger fans, and I know Melanie is so pretty and so gorgeous and so stunning, but I don't think they're ever gonna make this model. It's kind of heartbreaking because it's like, how do you burst these little innocent kids' thoughts and be like, yep, not gonna happen. Like, most of us are like, oh my god, Melanie is so pretty, why aren't they a model? It's like, it's never happened because of how the industry is.
Melanie really needs the in-salon Olaplex treatment.
That is true today. Like, to this day, it's still true, because when back to her natural color, I can still tell it's quite damaged still. Like, they've dyed their hair ever since they were a teenager, and they're 30 now, so it's a really long time that they've kept bleaching their hair, and even a few years ago, I could tell that the damage was really bad. Like, I could just tell, like, Melanie, you need to get your hair, you need some treatment in you, like. And Melanie had to go back to their natural color, not because, like, you know, they were probably advised by some hairdresser to do it, but, like, if they went back to their natural color sooner rather than later, their hair would potentially fall out because of how bad the damage was. Like, it was so bad in photos. Like, I could honestly tell, like, Mel had to do something to their hair before it, like, fell off, like, honestly. And I still think they need Olaplex treatment because, like, they do want to have their hair become long and healthy, and I think they should never like tie their hair again. Like, there's always wigs. Like, in the award show, Melanie had a wig on, and I'm just like, I hope it's a wig, because your hair is so beautiful and stunning, and, like, it should really be cherished, and, like, I want to see Melanie's hair become very long and healthy. And yeah, so they really need to take care of their hair more, like, really, really well, if they want to see it become healthy, if you know what I mean. Honestly, if I could, I would send Melanie over my Amazon wish list, not to, like, beg for gifts, but, like, I have a lot of hair product recommendations on there for them. I think their hair is probably similar to mine. Mine's really thick, but really unruly and really, like, I hate the upkeep so much. Like, it's really unruly and just really delicate. So it's like the upkeep is kind of like, I hate the upkeep. I despise doing my hair. Like, anything to do with the maintaining it. Like, I really hate. Like, I refuse to cut it off, you know what I mean?
Me in the middle of editing this video here to mention that the reason why there's like pages of hair products on Amazon wishlist between like all the video games and the makeup and whatever else is on there, essential items, like I have everything on there, is because obviously I'm gonna have this list for years and years and years to come. So, and there's no guarantee I'll get any of the products or anything on there. So that's kind of why it's like the stuff I would love to have one day or need or buy or whatever. So it's like, it's hard to ton of hair product because obviously I'm not expecting to get any of it off a wish list. So that's why it's like, hey, here's the list of hair products I recommend to you, Melanie. If I actually did send it over to them, like it wouldn't be to beg for gifts. It'll be like, hey, maybe check out these products right here that might really, help you get it to being healthy and strong and fully healed from all the damage you've done to it. So yeah, that's why there's like a ton of hair products. Like, I'm not expecting any of it, especially all at once. It's gonna be something I'm gonna have for years and years and years to come. But wish list.
The saying that matter is that Melanie going back to natural color meant the world to me. Seeing them go back to natural hair color was really something that really meant the world to me. Having dark hair myself, I never got told it was beautiful growing up until I was 20 and met my friend Carlie. I can imagine the impact it's gonna have on younger fans who are constantly comparing themselves to people at school, people on social media, their age. Like, they're gonna think, Melanie has dark hair like me, so that means my hair is beautiful, if you know what I mean. Like, they're gonna have that mirror image of someone with their hair color. Yeah, especially at that age where you're still learning to love your own bodies and embrace, like, who you are. Like, that's definitely gonna have an impact, like, a younger fan. Like, like, if you can imagine the impact it had on me in my mid-20s, like, imagine the impact it's gonna have on, like, a younger fan.
And finally, being compared to Melanie Martinez the first time creeped me out a lot. But now, it's the biggest compliment.
This doesn't actually happen, like, at all anymore because I'm older and I'm not at an age where many people my age listen to Melanie's music because it's mainly kids, and I'm 25 now, so this doesn't happen as much anymore. But when I was in my early 20s when I made that video, that really meant a lot to me to be told, oh, you look like Melanie Martinez, you're just like them. I had a couple of friends at the time who compared me to Melanie, and it was just, like, it just really meant a lot to me to be like, oh yeah, you look just like Melanie, you're just like Melanie, because of these things that they would mention. Like, it was my hair, it was my skin color, it was I had similar features at the time, my style, like, my personality, like, there was a bunch of things at the time that would make them think, oh, Carlie's just like Melanie. So yeah, it was truly a big compliment at the time. Actually, the first time I got compared to Melanie, I was like, wait, what? And I was also really mad because I wanted to be Patty Boyd so bad. I was like, oh yeah. Like, you would think, oh yeah, I'd be so excited to be like your favorite singer. I was like, just wasn't at the time, but like, no, it's like, I think of it fondly. Like, I think of that time fondly that I got compared to them. We were in the pandemic during my early 20s, and like what would have been my college years of, like, like, typical, I know you can go back any age, but I mean like the typical college years experience, whatever. But if COVID had not happened, I definitely would have been compared to Melanie a few times at, like, on campus and stuff, because, like, I mean, it would depend on, like, how many people are familiar with Melanie. Not a kid, but, like, college age. Like, I definitely think I would have had some of those comparisons if, I'd had a typical college experience of being compared to Melanie a few times. Like, I'm sure it was kind of a glimpse hearing it from, like, my online friends that didn't even know me in real life. So here we have it. We've analyzed my entire Melanie video from 2021. And while this wasn't, like, your typical, like, lighthearted confessions, but I am older. I've been a fan since I was 16, almost a decade. So yeah, like, I basically grew up with Melanie. You kind of understand more as an adult than you'd ever do as a kid, if you know what I mean. Like, understand why didn't Melanie become a model, and why did they have to get rid of their split dye hair. So work smarter, not harder. Decent.